All right then. Yeah, this.
Tier 3 here for race 1 of our season. We are here at Miami, but it won't just be me, as I have the that's weird. Lovely Forbes with me as co-commentator, so I'm not all lonely for this hour and a half. Hello, Forbes.
Hello, as you usually are. I've crawled up the depths of hell and I'm ready to get back into commentary. Although I am broke, so I'm just going to watch it off your screen, so there we go.
It's fine, a second pair of eyes means I don't make the mistake of missing someone clearly doing very well.
Yep, like you did yesterday.
I was racing yesterday. Oh,
Yeah, fair enough.
Yes. Nice try. Chaos, I am not saying either way. Anyway, we are starting quali, so let's get racing.
Here we go. Yeah, well, Chaos, we might return to politics in the middle of it if it gets really boring. Just...
We'll try to stay quite a bit free, as, let's be honest, we do not want to take any political sides.
Of course, we are politically neutral commentators, as we always have been.
Well, we're not political. Well, no, we're not personally political neutral, just publicly political.
Publicly, yeah.
Yes.
There we go. Well, we've got less than 60 minutes remaining here.
As, well, looks like one driver's already forgotten the rules. It's fine,
well,
that will get documented later. We will go over instead to Crazy Idiot for his first lap on softs.
Here we go. I haven't actually looked at the timing sheets from your pre-season stuff, so I'm not really sure who's predicted to do well, so you're going to have to keep me right on that stuff.
Honestly, kind of difficult to say anyone, because it's... Miami is a track that not many people like, and while there are a few that are probably going to be higher, it's unknown still with this game. Even with about 2 or 3 points of data to go by, it's still difficult.
Yeah, well, since EA... Well, did you do it before or after the EA pushed the...
No, we did it after the patch, but...
Right, okay.
If it was... We have so many difficult tracks that I feel like it could be a new order every time.
Miami, quite frankly, isn't a great track, to be honest. I get what you were trying to do with a different approach to all tracks that you usually do, but that's a bit of a silly choice.
It is an upset for a lot of people, but it is one that we need to do, mostly because these are pretty much all of these tracks are tracks that we have not touched, like, at all. For
I wonder why that is.
2 or 3 seasons.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't say that. There are quite a lot. There are tracks in here that are good. I mean, a lot of people say they're terrible, but the thing is,
you've got Silverstone on it, so that's all you really need, to be honest.
But the thing is, a lot of people say, "Oh, we have loads of terrible tracks and stuff like that." But the thing is that a lot of tracks in here are based in real life and give really good racing. It's just people just dislike them because they're very difficult, which I'll admit. This season is probably going to be one of the most difficult seasons we have.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's, well, a lot of people won't like it too much, as very nicely we have a Kickstarter getting out of the way very, very quickly there. This will be, yeah, it's a lot of agreed. Some people just don't like some tracks, like Miami. I personally like it. I genuinely enjoy a lot of it. But there will be... A lot of these tracks are some of the most difficult tracks and some of the most punishing tracks.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, I'm personally a big fan of Miami because of Lando Norris's win, but I think that's just...
true. I mostly like it. I mostly like it because of Sector 1 and the end of Sector 2. I really enjoy the what we're calling the mini.
That's what Owen was calling it.
What's Owen calling
No, he was calling it a mini Azerbaijan.
Yes, okay.
The castle section.
But mini castle section, which overall I actually really it's got Miami overall is a very difficult track because you can easily
This is not a bad start
because of these very sweeping corners and these very high curves. It's, as I've said, punishing.
Yeah.
But once you get into a flow, it's quite nice. Ending it there.
Yep. We saw you from yesterday while I was your race engineer. The hard tyre is extremely good around this track. I mean, you survived, what, 21 laps on that?
More than that.
I wonder how many people are going to look at that and go, well, hang on, maybe that's probably a good idea for me.
Yes.
Especially the people that are starting similar to you and maybe get a bad start, where, you know, an instant is probably very likely into the first.
Full performance of your softs and then just finish it off on the hards.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're going the other way, well, you have to change onto softs at another tyre at some point, and all other tyres are worse. And, well, if you get an early safety car, then you have to pit once, maybe twice, if it's before lap 10.
Yeah, well, we'll just have to wait and see. If you catched us for Tier 2 yesterday, you'd have seen that the top four were packed together basically the entire race.
They were.
There was constant contact and constant. They were all easily within a second the entire race.
They were. 3 DRS zones in the first and the second and the third. Really, if you're within about 6/10, you are more than likely going to overtake. It just keeps people piling over.
No, quality's not done yet.
Keeps everyone close. Whereas you've got a lot of other DRS zones where really all they do is just keep people close.
P2 at the minute.
Whereas these ones here really promote the rapid changes of positions everywhere.
Yeah, I think the DRS zones around here really promote kind of racing around this track in terms of, there's going to be a guarantee that if you're within the second for that DRS, you're going to be able to overtake them in that and then coerce battles later on to that lap, which I think is a good strength in this track, but it's just to see what they can get out of here.
And of course, while it being a street track, it's actually incredibly useful that it's quite open. So for instance, at the end of the second DRS straight, it's a very open left-hander. It really allows side-by-side battling. First DRS zone and third DRS zone are a bit tighter, but they're still very wide, and it allows for switchbacks and side-by-sides. At no point does the track really, at overtaking points, tighten so much that you can't still battle into braking zones.
Yeah, definitely. So, looking at the timesheets currently, we still have 8 minutes left on the session, 7 minutes now actually. Crew Streamers tops at 1:27.766. Looking at Tier 2's times yesterday, that was a 1:26.525 from Bailey that got him in pole. Obviously, we're probably not expecting those kind of times within Tier 3, as that was Tier 2. But I think we can probably get a bit down. I think we've still got a lot to see here before the end of qualifying here.
We do indeed, as as per usual, you're going to get probably at least 3 attempts just from going out again on a new set right at the end because of track evolution. And
Yeah.
not only could theoretically, if this is everyone's good pace, keep the same, not everyone, especially with the curbs in Miami, and as I said, the long turns that really bleed off speed, get rid of that downforce you need. Mistakes are very easy, yeah, especially if you are pushing to the max.
I mean, we saw that yesterday. I mean, it's literally you screw up once and you're in the wall. So
Yeah.
I'd imagine a lot the teams have got their front wings prepared for a lot of replacements. I think that's what we're going to see a lot of people diving into the pits for. As this track doesn't really, especially when you're on the hards, you don't need, it doesn't degrade your tires a lot. So I think we're going to see people diving into the pits a lot more often for front wings than necessarily just for tires.
Oh, agreed. But that's the thing. If give it 5, I think our safety car yesterday was lap 5, I believe, give or take. But let's say it's about lap 5. Give it about lap 10 or lap 11. People are gonna start getting into a groove. It's gonna be less frantic overtakes at just any opportunity. It's gonna be more DRS overtakes and more either battling and slowing down, or more people, which I'm interested to see if they do. If more people, even if it's not with their teammates, strategize without communicating, but strategize leaping further ahead by just chaining DRS and not fighting. It will be interesting if we see people do that.
Yeah.
Space Cowboy, I am unsurprised by the exit poll.
Yeah, there was absolutely no chance that it could have been anything else.
No.
So yesterday we had a lap 1 virtual safety car, and then we had a safety car on lap 5, as you said there.
Lap 5.
I'm not sure if we had anything else.
We did not.
No, that was it. So, a lap 5 safety car, that would work really, really well for the soft. You'd get the optimal performance out of the soft from the start.
Yep.
Then you'd get onto the hards, which seemed to last around the entire track. We didn't really see necessarily any degrading from you yesterday.
No, I mean, as a racer, apart from one spin that wasn't even really because of tire deg. Without that spin, it was I went on them lap 6. So that's 24 laps, about I think 25% tire deg, and without a self-made spin, that would have been about a last to podium positions.
Yeah,
they don't degrade. The pace just stays there. So if you do get an early safety car, it could weirdly be a boring race on strategy, but still an interesting race on track.
Yep, definitely. I definitely think this track, with all the strategies that you can run, is definitely, you can do bad in qualifying in the first couple laps, and if you get the strategy right, you can definitely get up back into the top and easily, as we saw a lot of people do yesterday in Tier 2.
Yes.
I mean, we saw the lead jump from different people. I mean, contact that caused the leader to go down to like P10 and things like that, and then come back into the podium positions. Was an example of that. So we've just got to see what happens here. We've got, how long do we have left here? 3 minutes and 42, and we've got a McLaren at the top here.
Yep, we do. Prince, after going off goes up to the lead. At the moment, I just realised I've been following. I haven't been changing cameras too much. I've been focusing too much when we're just talking about the track. Just a bit of an update on, yesterday's qualifying. It was a 1:26.5 that led us on pole. Currently, Prince Aru, I'm just going to say Prince, 1:27.5 would put him on about the bottom half, top 4th quarter in Tier 2. It's about what we expect. Probably maybe get a bit faster. I think obviously Miami being quite difficult, it's going to be being quite difficult, and with, to be fair, the boundaries this season, as we see Bonner County slide quite a bit going into Mini Castle section, the boundaries we'll see a lot. I think warning, there may be a couple of drivers that might move a position.
Last chance to
Very
get it up
minimal,
there.
but what we'll probably see is you will see a lot of drivers where realistically the top drivers in the bottom tier will be beating the lower drivers in the tier above. It's just they're so close this season, there's hardly a gap to change.
Yeah, I mean we've got literally 3 seconds max in this, apart from P19 here. So we do have a full grid this today, apart from one position,
Almost.
but which is more than what we got in tier 2. So we're beating tier 2 at the moment. So
By
far.
one driver.
Yep, there we go. Always on top. But yeah, I think
Ninja
I
with the
think the current
127.4. Yep.
Yep, I think we can see a lot of. Can we see anyone from tier 2, tier 3 potentially go up to tier 2 if they get a good performance here? Or is that just not in the cards?
Potentially, we already have maybe one, maybe 2 drivers that are gonna quickly go up to tier 1 potentially. Still under review. So there is, I think, potentially we could switch 2 drivers. So for maybe 4 drivers in tier 2 might switch, and it will be 2 drivers from tier 1 and tier 3 potentially swapping. Just because this is now we're able to average out a bit better on pace, but we will see. Especially with, as I said, I will repeat this every season, we have a difficult season of tracks here, and we will see consistencies, but it will really drivers will struggle a lot on different tracks, and I think we will see probably one of the larger fluctuations of pace just from mistakes alone.
I think because these are less popular tracks that people wouldn't really potentially do esports on, I think that also does a lot. So it kind of just, it's not really about how much you practice it, because you're only going to be able to practice it for the week coming up. So I think it really just shows what suits your driving style.
Yes,
is going to really determine on where you're going to position and where you're going to get on that race.
You'll definitely, you'll definitely have a few drivers that will just prop up because maybe there is a track in here that they like a lot, and so they drive a lot. You'll have a lot of drivers that are just naturally good at getting to pace quicker.
Thank you. I need a moment.
Yeah.
And then, then you'll have some drivers that are going to struggle because they don't drive these tracks a lot, and they're having to catch up every week.
Yep.
Hello, Finn.
So we
Fucking hell, Lunathorn, come on.
Indeed.
Yep. I've come back from depths of hell, as I said earlier. I haven't done this for so long, actually. It feels good to be back. We've got the Sauber in P9 that's just, did he crash out or did he retire? I didn't
Nope, he retired.
Right, okay, so they're not going to be getting anything further than that. I'm not sure if they're actually going to still compete in the race. So they're going to get at the very most the P9, but I can imagine we can see a lot of the times improving. I mean, we saw Stray Dog, who didn't set a strong lap at the start, go up to P7 there with a 127.8. Our current pole position here is McLaren with Prince. He's on 127.064. Will we see that improve? The drivers on their final laps now.
Killabud Mellowed Space? Crap, I forget what the conversion for names are. I always forget this for tier 3. He's currently on an improvement. He might get top 10 here.
We'll have to wait and see. So, Killer coming around the final corner gets himself into
P10 by 100th of a second. Very nice.
Collateralsum's not going to be happy about that.
He's not vintage.
We've got the Haas coming around here.
Not setting a time, just going to come through and finish the lap. Meaning that it is just Stray Dog who is not setting a lap, I believe. No, he is. I forget. No, he is. I can. Oh, as he hits the wall, I completely forget where the accelerator and brake marker is on these ever so lovely new MFDs. And Stray Dog goes 8th. There we go.
There we go. So there's your. We'll see the qualifying sheets in just a second. But that was a good qualifying, to be fair. I mean, 127.064 is about. Where would that place you in tier? That would place you P6 in tier 2. So that was close.
P6, and to be fair, yeah, it is close. as per usual, 127.4 would have putting you about 12th, 11th. So it's so close. It just gets up and down, but really well done from Prince there. Crazy Idiot in second. Pro Streamers in third. Ninja in fourth. Villeneuve takes fifth. Grandad in sixth. Monster in seventh with Stray Dog in eighth. Owen takes ninth. Killerbud takes 10th with Collateral in 11th. Connor takes 12th. Vintage takes 13th. And Chaos takes 14th with some other drivers below. One quick thing before I quickly go on an ad break so we don't get interrupted during the race. I do want to remind you that for qualifying it is sprint format, which means first to 8th does get points in quali as well. So a lot more drivers will be getting points than expected. But as we wait for all drivers to select their strategies. Strategies, we will quickly run an ad just so we don't get interrupted during the race. So we will be right back.
So everyone that's now here is a subscriber. So thank you very much for everyone that's subscribing here.
People are on the bench, they think it's all over. It is now.
So Jeff Hurst, our last living legend of 66. Will he see England lift the trophy?
Bring it home.
What a goal, what a moment.
Greatness is in England's sights.
But it's been notoriously extremely accurate in the past.
Yeah.
Conservatives on 131, of course, losing a lot of their seats that they did from last time, which is expected. Liberal Democrats at 61 and Reformer at 13. SNP have got 10 and others 25. I think that's probably Northern Ireland coming in there. It's not even showing up on Sky Sky News at the moment.
There is no way Green Party is that low. No.
Green got
way.
2. Yep. I'm not even.
There is no way Green is that low.
Yep. We've got a formation up here. Yeah, I know.
We do have a
Oh,
formation.
will the leader, I can't remember her name, will she get her seat? I'd imagine so. She's probably quite popular. She seems like.
Cowboy, I'm presuming Extreme Elements probably banned you for capitals.
Is it
or
glad my teammate
exclamation
isn't
mark?
fast because I ain't lol. Oh, it's because you put a dot in between some of your things, which made it look like a link. And then it deleted all your further messages because it thought you were a scammer.
I will deal with Stream Elements at some point. I keep forgetting how to do it, and so
I think that was a reasonable one because he made it look like he was going to a website.
But yeah. Well, this is mighty interesting. I just turned the details to tires.
Only 2 people on soft. Yeah, well that makes the soft at the back makes sense.
It's the majority being on mediums.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. I think the P1 going for hards is a good idea.
I feel weird and bad for calling people out. Because I'm not saying I'm at all better than them, but from a long practice with data apps getting data for me from personal and what the race and how the race went and what drivers ended up doing last race and who were fast. I am genuinely shocked to see so many drivers on mediums, because
the medium sounds like such a bad option when you've got the
mediums are not fast. They're fast, but they're not sticky, and they wear out very quick. I understand what some drivers might be doing, but I am surprised by the amount that have just stuck with softs. Mediums. I'm worried what people have done is because the game has said go medium hard, and they've just stuck with what the game has said.
Yeah. I think that was probably a stupid idea, to be honest. We're just waiting for the lights to get ready here for the Miami Grand Prix. The first race of Tier 3. Tier 2 was a great race. I'm not sure how Tier 1 went, but I'll hand over to Myth for the starts. Have we got a glitch?
We're fine. No, why have I got literally? There we go. I had literally no visuals. Where have all my visuals gone? There they are. And we are out. The game likes, I don't know why doing that, as we are off and multiple people have already got bad starts. As we're already going 2 and 3 wide as we see Grandad, I believe that is going wide. We have 3 wides, 2 wides. I believe that's a wing off from someone, or at least an end plate. As the Aston gets very close, but I don't think we have anyone spinning.
No, that was a clean start there. We've got the McLaren leading up here. We've got a reasonably clean start, to be honest. We may have got a couple of front wing damage there, but apart from that, we seem to be off here in the first corner.
Not too bad. The McLaren was looking like it was going to get a cutback. I'm going to stay here for a minute.
Don't think
We get a
it's
nice
anything
view
too bad
of
about
all the
it.
drivers in front and behind by picking a mid-pack here.
Yep. It's a clean start, to be honest. We're all within half a second here.
As I quickly bring audio down, sorry for the pause, as for some bizarre reason F1 decides to be very loud here at Miami.
Yeah. Yeah, reasonable start. I mean, the mediums, we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens here. Watching Grandad here come through into the big straight here. Well, DRS was disabled, of course, because it's lap 1, although I'm not really sure why that rule still exists, but we're not here to discuss.
There it shows, because
the F1
why
rules.
not?
Yeah.
There's what the game thinks is a good race strategy. For some reason, medium hards. It's an interesting
That's the
one.
stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Oh wait, is it
we
gonna?
saw-
I don't know if it. I don't think it's gonna win, but that could technically be a reason.
Yeah, we saw an overtake there for P2 there.
As Crazy goes to
but
take the lead.
There we go. Yeah, they were in P3 there. From when I last checked on them, they got an overtake into P2, and now they're in P1. So that's a good performance from them. Obviously the hards hasn't worked as well as Prince was hoping for. Maybe he's in the long game, but the Williams there is just about to go wheel to wheel with him. He's 2/10 behind. So that's right. Seems to drop down a bit here, but Cruise Streamers in P4 is getting close to L.
In fairness, it is expected that the mediums will run away a tiny bit at the start.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That was very close.
As Prince, not having too much fun on the hards, locks up there, and Ninja gets past. Not being able
Maybe
to
you just
warm
got a
those
good set
hards up.
yesterday. Maybe you just got a good set of them yesterday.
Maybe, to be fair, it might be a lot colder.
Yeah, that's a good point, to be fair.
And it could just be that the hards do take a while to warm up, especially with how difficult it is to warm tyres up. So it might take him a few laps to get his tyres to temp.
Yeah, well, hopefully he'll be able to regain. I mean, he was good qualifying speed.
Yep,
but we'll just
he's
have to
within
see
a
if that
second
translates
still,
to
and that's
race.
at the moment all that
Yes,
matters.
he's gonna get DRS, exactly. Crazy Idiot setting the fastest lap there. I'm going to Villeneuve there, but we'll probably go to the softs soon enough, as they're on the obviously faster tyre. Lap 3, no incidents. The people that have started on softs will not be too happy with that, to be honest. But they still have to lap 5, which probably is the well, not they don't have to lap 5, but that's probably the best chance for them to get a good safety car window there. I mean, 5 laps in the softs going to hard is probably your best option by far. We've got yellow flag in sector 1. That might have just been a small spin, but it doesn't seem like anyone's stationary there.
Yeah, no one really traded positions too much. Prince is losing a lot of time. It looks like the 2 medium runners at the front will escape away. As long as he doesn't lock up, he will keep third for now.
Yep. We seem to have a reasonably evened out race so far here. We're just gonna watch and see. We're watching Monster at the moment, who's getting close to PRL, Owen. Coming through into the part where Owen specifically warned everyone else not to go for stupid moves. He's probably thankful that Monster didn't go for that now, but he's now got to worry about him creeping up his rear, going for the
Ninja
overtake.
goes for the lead. They're going to be side by side coming through. Who's going to take it? They're still going to be side by side. Very nice, very clean racing, looks like. Ninja's probably going to take this, as he does just get
he's got the
back,
inside
but he
line.
has DRS. No, he's not. Presumably Crazy probably must have burned quite a bit of energy there to keep ahead.
Yep, that was surprising. Prince down to P4. He's not having a good start on those hard tires. He's
No,
probably
he's
just
not,
like,
and we're already actually seeing our first split. Well, we've got two actually, but I feel like some people may have caused incidents. But we've got our first split of drivers now from 11th, where we've got a bigger gap. We're having first and second create a tiny bit of a pack, but well, maybe Villeneuve will close that up. But now from 11th, we're getting a secondary pack form away from the rest.
indeed, yeah, we've just got that natural split. I think we saw that happen in Tier 2 as well. We saw a big gap that people had to reach to get to the top 5 there. It seems to be a more split down the middle this time here. In terms of we've got a first pack and then a second pack, and then drivers that I think have supposedly probably had to pit there. Oh no, they haven't actually, apart from the Chaos Droid, who probably was the one that lost the front wing at the start.
Did you just say Chaos Droid?
I don't know. Oh, I can't barely read, mate.
Nice move.
We're getting asked to make a poll, so I'll get on that.
Yeah, if you want to get on that, because I can't without the game pausing, because lovely F1 decides that pause on loss of focus is permanent.
What are we going to say the prediction is going to be?
Because we're talking about hards being good, where will Prince be? I don't know, either where will Prince end up, do like first, second, third, fourth, fifth, where will he finish?
Yeah.
Oh! As Monster has spun. As
That's
luckily he was ghosted in time, no drivers seem to really get caught out there.
Yep. I'm actually watching and making the poll, but you're going to have to take lead off that one, so we're doing...
Yeah, no problem, I've got it, but yeah, maybe because we're talking about hards, where will Prince end, and then just do like, I don't know how many you can add, but like, I don't know, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and maybe you can go further, up to you.
I can only go to P4, and then I'll just have to put P5 and below.
Yeah, P5 and below, yeah.
Yep.
He's currently fourth.
Okay, so there we go. Duration, we'll give that 5 minutes. In fact, no, we'll give it 10 because we're...
Yeah, give it 10 minutes.
Alright, okay, 10. Right, there's the poll. You can waste all your points on that.
Theoretically, they could waste their points now, and then maybe his hards will start coming in, or there'll be a safety car during that,
Ooh,
and
you
they'll
bastard.
start wasting points against
Fuck off.
themselves.
Yep.
Might have a double overtake here, as Collateral gets ahead, Vintage gets near, but nope, he's not about to get anywhere near the Sauber.
I hate the camera angles in this game. They're so bad for commentary.
Yeah, they're annoying. In all fairness, street tracks like Miami aren't the nicest. I don't really think... Annoyingly, sometimes there are some really nice camera ones, but not always.
Yeah, the helicopter camera is
Yes,
always
Stray
a really
Dog, this
good
is the
one.
finished result of the race. Where do you think Prince will end up?
Yep.
At the end of the race.
Yep. Final race. Yep. Final race result. So you've got P1, P2, P3, P4, and P5 and below. So,
Which is very biased, but the fact that he's fourth right now and he's on hards, that I feel like it's alright. If he was fifth or sixth, I think we'd have to be very creative with maybe like first/second, third/fourth, fifth/sixth. But being in fourth right now and he's not getting past too early, as we have. This is about to be an interesting move by the Haas Vintage. Is the Sauber going to go for a move here? I'd love to tell you. Doesn't look like he is. That was a very nice move by Vintage there.
It looked like he lost the front wing, but I don't think he did. I think it was just my eyes.
I think everyone has their wings still. Yep.
Yeah. Well. Oh, for Williams there going for a move on the Haas for the lead of the race.
He has
Coming down
DRS. It's not going to be near close enough. Crazy wants to keep the lead for Sector 1.
Yeah, I think he's gonna stay within DRS until Sector 3, where he can get that big DRS zone, which is probably where we'll see the overtake commence.
Indeed. It'll be interesting to see 8th and above, because while there is a slight gap occasionally, the front pack of 2.
Oh, the fuck is going on here?
And then there is a gap behind that I think will start closing up a bit.
Yeah, well, Grandad
as Grandad spun around, He has no
He might be
front
out of the
wing.
race, he's
No,
lost
he
the
has
front wing.
half a front wing, and
Okay.
while safety car is on reduced yesterday, that did give us at least a virtual. Nope.
He's gonna obviously box because Miami is impossible to drive.
Agreed.
I'm assuming you're doing quads.
There are the
as
position
requested.
changes, Salty.
Yeah, so if we look at that, Prince Aru hasn't had a great start to the race.
He has
Down
not.
to P3, but the hards will work better as the mediums have to dive into the pits, and he's probably just hoping
And he will
that
get
there'll be
faster.
an end of the race.
Because he
Yes,
while not
definitely.
that, he has to pit, and he will be pitting onto softs. Well,
Yep.
unless he's going onto mediums as well, but he will get faster at the end of this race.
There's a battle for the lead at the moment. The Williams has just overtaken, but now the Haas has got it back around the outside there.
Has keeping it nice. Because this is the thing, you don't always see a change in DRS1. You sometimes can. What you a lot of the time see is whoever. Oh, that was a twitch for the Haas there.
Crew streamers and crew streamers is. Oh no, he's on pits. Never mind.
He's
Sorry.
in the pits. Grandad in as well. Whoever, as we have a.
Oh, that might have been crew streamers. You know, he might have. Well, I'm not sure what happened
Nope.
there.
That is gravy
it was-
brain.
Okay, so that's going to be extremely good for the soft runners. If they didn't box for hards, I'm not really sure what their plan is here. That is exactly what the soft runners and potentially the medium runners
Great
would
for
be
over a
asking
10.
for.
Great, yeah, because at this point, this is a couple laps later, and at this point I jumped onto hards that were actually one lap old, and I didn't have to pit.
Owen crashed and cost
Here's the
safety car
problem
panel.
now. This is bad for Prince. This is the same problem that could have happened if I was
Yes.
the other way around. You can go onto hards and finish the race now, but whoever's on hards has to pit again. Either
Yeah,
pits now and has to pit again, or doesn't pit now but still has to pit later in this race.
This is not an optimal position to be in for him. I don't think there's not much he can do. I mean, I think the strategy from soft to hards, as we were predicting, would be the best. It's going
Yes.
to end up being the best unless we see rain, which the game is potentially thinking of. Do you have the team telemetry?
Yeah, it's what I was
yeah.
immediately thinking. I'm going to have to pause the game, but I will.
Did they make an F124 one yet? I can't imagine it's that much different.
You don't need to. You can just
Right, okay.
set the UDP's the fake to fake 23 data instead of
Right,
24,
okay.
so it just works. I'll have a check.
Ah, okay, that's good. Yep, so we're just going to get some stuff up there, but it's the safety car, so you're not going to miss much. Although I just realised that people will have a very good insight of what's going to happen to Prince Aru. I'd put a lot of money if I was able to bet on him being P5 and below now.
Well, we're
of-
seeing something we expected.
Yes. We were.
Oh.
What's happened?
No, that's not true. Is it?
What?
Hang on. Is my data
Team
update?
telemetry.
I'm checking if my data's updating or not because I'm not sure. It says potential rain in 15-20 minutes. But
That'll be near the end of the race. That would be very good for Prince Aru actually, because he could just dive onto the.
I'm
infields.
not getting any additional data for some reason, so give me 3 secs. I don't
Right, that's
trust
fine.
that.
Yeah. So I can't actually close the poll, but for
Don't need to.
Prince Aru, yeah. He's leading the race at the moment, but I highly doubt he's going to finish there with the current thing he's running now.
No. To be fair, if there is rain, I don't know if there is, but if there was rain, he could still make it to it.
Yeah. That would be good. The only situation this would be good for him is if the only situation this would be good for him is if the rain comes.
If there is.
Yes.
As I didn't find it. Oh, like, scientific record. Well, that's why, because I'm. It's fine. Everyone can see UDP data now. This is the one annoying thing. I don't like using it because sometimes as my telemetry has apparently turned itself off recently. Good. It didn't turn itself off yesterday. Give it 3 seconds, I
Yeah.
can tell you once it starts updating.
Alright, great. I have to go grab something. I'll be back in 2 seconds, so I'll leave you to figure out if we're gonna get rain
No.
or not. No
Right,
rain?
chance of rain's going down, in fact. There will be no rain.
Yeah, okay. Well, there we go. So, Prince Saru probably not gonna have a great run on that, but I'll be back in just 2 seconds. I'll
No
leave you.
problem, you have a
Goodness.
safety car's worth of time. But yes, not looking good for Prince, unfortunately, now, especially since there doesn't look like there's going to be any rain. So, he hasn't pit yet, of course, so he has to pit at some point. I legally say nothing, Stray. Not because I don't know if he is, he could be, but I'm pretty sure he's not 18. So legally he's not. Even if he is, I don't know. But yes, unfortunately, because there is no rain, that means Prince needs another safety car, otherwise his chance of getting through this is very slim. Apologies. Very likely to not get through this race with a good result. As you can see, everyone else behind. Interesting, some drivers have gone medium. But, unsurprisingly, quite a few drivers on hard. Actually, a vast majority. And safety car is in this lap. Prince has gone early. Don't think that was a good... might have been alright move, but not an amazing move. Crazy will be kept behind for now. No, Stray. Well, depends. Do you have more points? If you have more points, go ahead. I think you can vote against yourself, I'm not sure. God, we put that pole time on for the perfect amount.
We've got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button.
Did Finbop didn't set the correct poll, did he? He was supposed to put a poll that everyone votes on and then we select the winner! As Prince and Crazy have come together and Ninja's going to take the lead. As can we please not be on that screen right now, game? This is the most unhelpful screen. As Ninja gets past, Crazy gets past, Villeneuve gets past, as Prince... Does Prince have damage? Someone. Oh, and now Crazy doesn't have damage and gets tagged behind by the Ferrari. Crazy's gonna go in. Villeneuve.
I seem to have returned to chaos.
You have, and also Finbot, you didn't set the right pole.
I think I set the poll.
Yeah, you set a poll. The
Oh, I set
the
a poll.
winner is decided by whoever votes the most, not what we decide.
I think.
Meaning that it was a draw.
Fuck's
Also,
sake.
Oh no, there you are. Like, I think your mic's fucked. No, it's not. You just want to say.
Yeah, I think I did that. Yeah, I think I did that. Oops. Okay.
Ah, it doesn't
That
matter.
would be. That's fine. Sorry, whoever wanted the poll. You're not getting it.
Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please.
It's
Bluntly.
fine, but yeah, you came back to Prince somehow getting away with damage. Villeneuve currently in second with a damaged front left wing plate, and Crazy Idiot having to pit.
Right. Okay.
As Villeneuve now takes more out of his car by hitting the wall.
Yes. Brilliant.
Surprisingly, he's keeping quite close.
Yeah. It's just have to see what happens here. So Prince Aru stayed on the hard as I predicted we'd have to do. There's no rain for him. I mean, what is this possible situation going on from here
Hope
now?
for a safety car later in the race.
Yeah, beg for a safety car, which is unlikely when the ooh.
Fair
That was
enough,
close.
got away with that, but that's technically that might be a track limit. As into the pits is Grandad.
Yep.
El Ninja is starting to run away with it. Prince probably gonna get the overtake here. Reduce Stray Dog, as after tracks like Azerbaijan and tracks like Spa, we put it on reduced because we really don't want to max out safety car if we don't have to. Unfortunately, F124 likes to max it out anyway because it likes to just be incredibly free range when it comes to handing out.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay, we've got a full course caution. Safety cars out.
The joy.
Uh-oh.
Oh, and there's
We
a
have a
safety
safety car
again.
because of something that's happened back here. It is an incident between Bono Candy and Mellowed Space and the Ferrari of Red Dog. Coming into, I believe it was either the start of Castle section or I believe it was the left-hander after the second DRS straight. That's brought out another safety car, and Prince is not going into the pits. Actually, no, but he has to. He hasn't pit yet. Interesting.
Right, drop your speed. Our delta's too low, and we're going to risk a penalty.
As yeah, he hasn't made a stop yet, but he has to because of obviously regulations.
Yeah.
At this point, would you not risk going mediums? Because mediums should theoretically be able to do about 15, 16. Yeah, 15, 16 laps.
Yeah, I think mediums is probably easily the best option here.
When you're in something like this, and admittedly, clearly there will be other safety cars because of what's happening, but you're not making it to be able to go onto something like softs is very difficult. Still have 6 laps to go.
Yeah, it's a difficult situation for
And
Aru here. He's
you
put
are-
himself in a pad.
Every lap you keep going, you are screwing yourself further and further.
Yeah. Yep. It's not a great situation for anyone that started in the
also-
hard, to be honest.
Well, yes, that's the thing. If he keeps going and gets lucky, yes, but that might be what he's doing. He might just
Yeah.
be preferring just to hope at this point. Because if he goes on mediums, he's going to struggle like crazy.
Yeah, well, I mean, as we said,
it might
soft
be
to
a
hard
lose.
was
It
the
might
best
be a
option
lose-lose
here.
game.
It's going to need replacing.
Yeah, I think it's just which one's going to lose you the least. Well, it should be increased and sim damage. You should take a shot each lap. There's a virtual safety car / safety car, and if red flag, you have to down a pint. That'd be a wicked stream. I think by about lap 10, we would be literally not be able to talk.
I believe that will mean that several drivers have to commit a criminal offence, and I forget if you could be drunk on top.
I mean, if you just don't tell them that you're drunk, you probably can be, because half of them are. But
Fair, but I mostly mean by the fact that there are quite a few drivers. Well, we have quite a few drivers that are under 18.
Yeah,
so we are
absolutely.
literally asking drivers to commit a criminal offence.
Yep,
It's fine.
guys.
They have to
please
down they have to down a pint of J2O.
Yeah, G2, that's all we were asking.
No. So not J2O. One of the
Alcohol.
carton boxes
No,
of
not
apple.
alcohol. Yeah.
Apple
That's
juice
what-
carton box. You just have to like.
When
You just have to do like. You just have to like squish it as hard as you can to get it all through the straw into your mouth.
when you're under 18, that's all you
What?
drink. You
Hang
go
on.
from
Why
drink.
do we only have to suffer straight on? Also, wait. How old are you again?
Not old enough to drink.
Exactly. So it still is a problem, Stray Dog.
Stray dog, you would like
I
me to
am
commit a
not
crime.
broadcasting a criminal offence.
Exactly. Stray dog, you are a criminal.
He's not.
Absolute
Well,
bog.
you are. He is. I can't remember what the crime's called when you
He
try and
is
like convince someone to-
Advocating for